Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Sylvanus Osoro is among the members of parliament that President Ruto is banking on for his 2027 presidential campaign bid. He is among his top people he wants to depend on. And so, the very same Osoro was in a church and he attempted to con the church members by cleverly selling Ruto's agenda of 2 term. Remember, GACHAGWA said 1 term. And Kenyan people are responding to the issue of 1 term. People are serious about 1 term. So they're trying to change that narrative into a 2-term narrative. Now, Osoro was convincing the church, or promising it, that they would want to bring the president to come and greet them in their church. Tuleta rais hapa kuja wasalamie. Ni wangapi wangependa tuleta rais atusalamie? Wainue mkono. Now when they lifted their hands, Osoro advanced his statement, now knowing that there are people who want William Ruto. So he moved on to say that there is a way of welcoming the president. And how do you do it? After you have lifted your hand, onyeshana vidole mbili hivi. And the meaning of that at the end of his speech was that it means 2 term. So you should welcome William Ruto if he come here with your hand up and you show your 2 finger showing 2 term. My focus was not really on Osoro's speech. I was waiting to hear the response from the congregants in the church. And that is why we are discussing this topic on this Punchline. The response is damaging. Total rejection. So embarrassing for Osoro and his master, William Ruto. So what happened? When Osoro said 2 term, the response from the ground is 1 term. 2 term, the response is 1 term. And there was noise, sound, it was a rejection in the face of Sylvanus Osoro. And this was the situation on the ground.
Kwenye hii kanisa, nani wanataka tulete Rais William Ruto awasalimia hapa? Siku hizi rais akaribishwi hivyo. Siku hizi rais anakaribishwa namna hii. Unapotaka akuje, unainua mkono namna hii. Hebu inue mkono namna hii vile nimeinua hivi. Hebu inue mkono namna hii. Umeona? Hiyo inaitwa 2 term. Hiyo wakati tutamkaribisha hapa tuseme 2 term. Sema 2 term. Sema William Ruto. Asante sana. Ya mwisho kabisa.
Osoro is in his home. He was addressing the kisses. The response is a big no. Why Osoro and his master are being rejected in Kissland? That is the discussion we want to have on this Punchline. But before we go deep into that discussion, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to our discussion. Why rejection of William Ruto and Sylvanus Osoro? Now, there could be 2 main reasons why a church in Kisii is rejecting Osoro's push for Ruto's agenda 2 term. Number 1, the political realignment. In the current political dispensation, Kisii might have a presidential candidate on ballot in 2027. If they will not have a presidential candidate in the next general election, then they will have either a running mate or a prime cabinet secretary for that matter. So the Kisii people, having clear in their mind that they have a candidate looking for the same office that Ruto is trying to defend, they will have no time to support an individual who is bringing in another new candidate. Remember Fred Matiang'i. He is a man they want to sell to the public. We have CJ Emeritus David Kinani Maraga. Huyo ndio candidate ya Gen Z. So cases are yet to settle ni gani between the two, because kwa hao wote Matiang'i ni mtu anaweza pigana na vita vya ufisadi, ndio. Maraga ni mtu anaweza penda sheria ifanye kazi sana sana. Anapenda ukweli na haki. So the issue of Ruto is not something they will easily accept, that you're talking about two term when they have their own candidate for that matter. That can be one of the reasons why these people have rejected the issue of two term. You only point number one. Number two, and which is the major one, William Ruto is a presidential candidate who will have it rough appealing to the electorate. The reasons are very obvious. This man, from the first day, he failed to serve the nation. Instead, he reduced it to serving his own personal interest that directly benefits him and his allies. So as a failed president, it is very hard. It is very hard to convince anyone that he will be accepted that easily. We have seen the youth who have died in the hands of police officers, order from above, according to Kipchumba Murkomen, and that above for Kipchumba, it is State House. Among the church congregants, there are those who have lost their beloved ones. They cannot say two term. They want this man to Sogoi as soon as possible. That is extrajudicial killing. Gen Zs have suffered simply because we have a president who is more of a dictator than a good listener. We cannot buy into Ruto's two-term agenda. The church has rejected. Ni kanisa gani huwa inakataa pesa? Sababu Ruto akikuja amekuja na pesa. But it has reached a point, and this should go to William Ruto, that the church is finding no any reason to accept even your money or even welcome you. Si kila kanisa nataka maendeleo. Hata ikuja na milioni moja ama nusu milioni, they will do something. But they are saying no. The congregants themselves, they are saying no. Ruto used the church in a bad way in the previous campaign by appealing with lies to the church, and the church bought into the lies. This time round, selling William Ruto in the church will be similar when you attempt to sell a pork meat in a mosque. You will be chased, you will be beaten, you will be rejected like a devil. Ruto has been rejected like a devil in the church. Yani kuuza Ruto kwa kanisa ni sawa na kuuza nyama ya nguruwe ndani ya msikiti. Utakataliwa, utakemewa kabisa. Sasa hawa washirika wameshakemewa, mheshimiwa William Ruto. Osoro ameaibishwa kwa sababu ya tabia zile ambazo wako nazo. Cost of living, mambo magumu sana. Kwa kila wakati wanafikiria ushuru, kukusanya, not to spend in a way that makes people to believe that there is development. We can't see tangible development to see, touch, or feel about to associate with William Ruto as part of his successful story. Hakuna. Because of that, he's a failed president. And because a failed president, we have no time entertaining such a person. The church is saying no. Sasa hapo ndio watu wamefika. Hii kampeni ya Ruto haitakuwa rahisi. Haitakuwa rahisi. There are so many things from healthcare, Linda Mama, the issue of SHA and SHIF, it is still a problem to some extent. Where did Linda Mama go? The newborn. Where did Edu Afia go? The congregants in this church have learners in schools. They know during Uhuru's time, when your child is sick, the principal would just need to write a letter and stamp it. Then the child will go to hospital and they will be treated in the health facility, then back to school, not home. Uhuru was solving that issue of keeping learners at home because they are sick and they cannot afford medical bills, so that they will be in class always. William Ruto is taking our learners back home. It is very easy to say Ruto must go and one term. That is why this church is interested in making William Ruto a one-term president. That is the message. The same William Ruto, with his policies that are so punitive, he has sent away investors in this country. In this church, we have congregants who have lost their jobs. We have congregants in this church whose their sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters have lost jobs. Why? Because investors walked away due to the policies that was brought in place by this regime. Unataka mzazi kama huyo mwenye kijana yake alikuwa anafanya kazi Nairobi kwa kampuni, anamtumia sadaka na pesa za matumizi, akupigia makofi wakati kijana yake amepoteza kazi kwa sababu ya zile policy umekuja nazo ambazo zimeharibu uchumi wa Kenya. You cannot be clapped for. You are not welcomed. You are the problem. You are the enemy. That is the message here. There are so many things we can talk about William Ruto, but the message is that his people and himself have been rejected by the ground. You can say mekata mambo ya Ruto. I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.